Is that the voice of green grass and sunshine? Sweet Eden's child, the innocent young Will? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52. You're lost!
Hurling the book in a fit of rage, Mr. Dark struck the old man across the chest. He reeled under the force of the blow and collapsed, a crumpled heap upon the floor. Slowly, trying to stand, he raised his arm against his attacker. Seeing this, Dark grabbed the outstretched hand and crushed it. Unconscious, Mr. Holloway slumped to the floor, the dull thud of his fall echoing throughout the corridors of knowledge. Mr. Dark had begun his search.
Jim! Will? Time to go. Jim Nightshade. What a good, what a proper name for a town. Dark and Nightshade's Pandemonium Carnival. That's your name, Jim. Mr. Nightshade.
The boys trembled at his call, fearful of the voice that moved ever closer to their ears.
Will, then. Will? Your mother was at the carnival tonight. She rode the carousel. She went backwards and forwards until she was quite mad. You should have heard the one single sound she made. Come out now. Jim. Jim, you're the clever one. You tell me where your friend is hiding, and I can guarantee you a very special reward. Now, where would you be filed, I wonder? Under A for adventure, or B for boys? J for Jim, or N for Nightshade, H for Holloway, or H for Hidden?
Grabbed them, his two giant hands like claws upon their necks, pulling them down to the floor. He forced their eyes to see him.
What a tragedy. Still, you won't be needing her anymore. Look, you have a fine new mother now.
Then, spinning them toward the door, he nodded as a pile of dust slowly rose from the floor and became the most beautiful woman in the world.
Time to quiet these two chatterers. Time to still these two whisperers. Lose their tongues until I choose to find them again.
Reaching out from under her cloak, the dust witch stretched forth her long flowing arm and touched, gently sealed, the mouths of Will and Jim.
Quiet, you two chatterers. Still, you two whisperers.
We will not whisper to each other. Then, nodding toward the anguished Mr. Holloway, Mr. Dark commanded the Dust Witch once again.
And give him a brief taste of death, so that he may recognize it when it comes again.
Old man, Hear your heart beating. Slow now. Slower. Slower. Slower.
Stepping outside quickly, Mr. Dark led the two silent ones on through the night. Joined by a dwarf who laughed at the terror in their eyes, Mr. Dark taunted them as they walked.
What times we're going to have, Jim. You and I. Dark and nightshade. Nightshade and dark. And we'll ride him backward, shall we? Turn him into a little baby. Plaything for our little friend here.
The dwarf, hearing this, smiled wickedly and pinched Will on the arm and cheek. Coming to the tents of the carnival, Mr. Dark placed Will among the silent figures of Madame Crossetti and Mr. Tetley. His eyes, dull and lifeless, failed to see Jim go. Mr. Holloway, struggling with his wounded hand, had stopped to rebandage it, by chance coming to a halt in front of the entrance to the maze of mirrors. Hearing a noise, he looked up to see the short, squat figure of a dwarf standing by the entrance and beckoning for him to enter. Brushing the little man aside, Mr. Holloway plunged into the maze. He stopped short. Squeezing his wrists and barely controlled rage, the tattoos in each hand began to bleed.
So they can find us and kill us.
I'm a stranger in this town. Perhaps you could help me.
I've been picking up my thumb. Something wicked this way comes.
My name is Dark. I'm looking for two young boys.
Then Rams spoke loud and
Yes, I can say no doubt.
God is not
But these boys in particular, they're two of a kind. Much of a height. One toe-head, the other black as a
Tattooed the
pitch.
center of each palm.
The wrong will fail, the right prevail. With peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Squeezing his wrists and barely controlled rage, the tattoos in each hand
What do you go
began to bleed.
The grave.
My name is Dark. I'm looking for two young boys.
Something wicked this way comes.
To die in this
I've been picking up my thumb. Something wicked this way comes.
to die in this room. A lifetime of summer days and autumn nights.
So they can find us and kill us.
To die in this room.
I've been picking up my thumb. Something wicked this way comes. I've been picking up my thumb. Something wicked this way comes.
He stopped short, confronted and confused by the multiple images of his son. He stumbled blindly forward, the images changing from those of Will to multiples of himself. He stood tormented, challenged by the images. Then deeper and deeper into the maze he ran until at last, his mind confused and his feet unsteady, he collapsed, kneeling in fear and frustration. He was lost.
Come looking in my mirrors for another chance. Shall I help you find it? Would you know it if you saw it? Holloway! Look. This is your class of darkness, Mr. Holloway. Its name, regret. Its sum, despair. Your failure as a father and as a man. Your son hates you. Your son hates you.
You've lost him. He's mine. And young Jim Nightshade too. Drown, Holloway. Drown in your regrets.
Suddenly, through the mist of his tears, he heard his son.
I love you.
Looking up, Mr. Holloway was surrounded by the multiple images of himself. They stood erect at first, then slowly began to march, steadily, never pausing, always advancing. They marched to converge on the bent and kneeling figure. Suddenly the images vanished, gone without a trace. The dust witch, suddenly trapped within a mirror, began to turn slowly, horribly, into thick pieces of ice. Lightning reached down and struck the dust witch, her frozen body exploding into 1,000 shards of ice. The surrounding mirrors, struck by the fragments of the dust witch, shattered and collapsed about themselves, a rain of glass covering the floor. Suddenly Will appeared in the maze and, seeing his father unhurt, ran into his waiting open arms. The two embraced for a long moment, Will never so secure, and his father never so happy. Suddenly Will remembered his friend, wrapped in the cloak of darkness, standing just outside the pool of light given off by the carousel. Mr. Dark murmured softly to the fascinated young Jim Nightshade.
King of the carnival, my son, my partner, forever.
Forward, eyes bright and face flushed with desire. Suddenly Will and his father burst inside. Seeing them, Dark grabbed Jim and leapt onto the spinning carousel. Will ran up alongside the revolving carousel, intent on Jim's face.
Jim! Jim, no! Don't ditch me!
No response. Crushed, Will stopped running and watched the carousel spin forward. Mr. Holloway then ran up to the side and waited, watching for his chance. As Mr. Dark and Jim came around once more, Mr. Holloway threw himself up and tackled Jim, wrestling him to the ground. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning roared through the tent and struck the control box. Exploding in a shower of yellow sparks, the broken controls sent the carousel spinning wildly. The sudden burst of speed sent Dark flying backwards, knocking him off balance and sending him crashing to the floor, dazed. As the carousel spun faster and faster, Will and his father stared at the limp, lifeless form of young Jim Nightshade. Will sobbed at the loss of his best friend, a loss he could never replace.
Please! Don't die!
Stop that, do you hear? Stop it! That's no way to save you, Jim! Jump around, eh? Wolf and Hawk! Come on, look at me, huh? Look at me! Are you afraid?
boys pranced and hopped madly, wildly in the tent, dancing and singing in their effort to raise the dead. Mr. Dark was dying, his wicked days ending quickly. As the carousel raced forward faster and faster, Mr. Dark raced through his years in seconds. 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. And he's dead. Then, slowly, gradually, the spinning carousel slowed down. And as it stopped, the shriveled-up carcass of Mr. Dark slid slowly off the platform. Will, unable to bear the sight, pressed his face against his father. Then, suddenly out of nowhere, a great wind arose. A storm pulled the tents up one by one and sucked them high into the air overhead. Caravan cars and animal tents, mirror maze, games, and everything else vanished into the depths of the storm. The earth below swept clean. It was then that Will saw his friend sit up, blinking his eyes as he tried to understand what went on. Together they pulled him up from the ground and began to sing and dance and cavort like calves in the spring. They whooped and hollered for all the world to hear, yelling until they could yell no more. For the dawn of a new day had arrived. A morning so glorious, so golden, so amazingly perfect, that it swept their souls to the heights of the clouds, allowing them to forget, if only for a moment, the struggle which follows when something wicked this way comes.
And that was the final part, episode 6 of Something Wicked This Way Comes, written by science fiction author Ray Bradbury and narrated there by Orson Welles. And the radio adaptation for JJJ was produced by Tim Ritchie. There has in fact been a film made of that particular episode, Something Wicked This Way Comes. It did show, I think, for quite a short period before Christmas, and no doubt will be a local flea pit after the new year. This is JJJ. It's now 11 minutes to midnight.